Welcome the devotees here for today's Bhagavath Katha. Namo Padaya Krishna Pristaya Bhutale Srimate Bhakti Vedanta Swami Namine Namo Om Vishnu Padaya Krishna Pristaya Bhutale Srimate Bhakti Vedanta Swami Namine Jaya Sri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Sri Advaita Gadadara Sri Vasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Jaya Sri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Sri Advaita Gadadara Sri Vasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare. Please be loud here. Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare. I pay my obeisances unto the lotus feet of Srila Prabhupada. I also express my gratitude and make many prayers to Srila Prabhupada for having given us the golden opportunity to go back to Godhead. All glory to Srila Prabhupada for his wonderful devotional services to Srimati Radha and Lord Gopinath. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. 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 See, this Bhagavath Katha is up to 9:30. You have time, you can, whatever time you have, you can sit and participate in this thing. This is also on live on YouTube channel. Please repeat the sloka 3 times with me. I shall narrate the sloka. You can please be seated. Katam alikshitaha pauraya samprataha kuru jangalan unmatta mugab jadavar vicharan gaja savaye. This is the 6th sloka we have done yesterday. Today we will be doing 7th sloka, and this Bhagavatam is in 12 cantos. We are in the 1st canto, 4th chapter, 6th verse, 7th verse. Katam va Pandave yasya rajase munina saha samvadaha sambhotatata yatraisha satvati shrutihi. Katam va Pandave yasya rajase munina saha samvadaha sambhutaha tatha yatraisha satvati shrutihi. Katam va Pandaveyasya rajase munina saha samvedaha sambhuta tata yatraisha satvati shrutihi. Kadarati va Pandavaisya rajase munina saha samvadha sambhuta sata yatraisha satvati shrutihi. The word-to-word meaning of this verse is Katam, how is it? Va, also, Pandave Yasya, of the descendant of Pandu, Parikshit, Rajashri, of the king who was a sage, Munina, with the Muni, Saha, with Samvadaha, discussion, Samabhuta, took place, Tata, oh darling, Yatra, whereupon, Yesha, like this, Satvati, transcendental, Sutihi, essence of Vedas. How did it so happen that King Parikshit met this great sage, making it possible for this great transcendental essence of the Vedas, Bhagavatam, to sung him? This was the thing everybody thinks about, because Parikshit has never seen Sukamashi and Sukavati has never seen Parikshit Maharaja prior to this Bhagavatam meeting. It was just a great transcendental essence which made them to meet with each other. See, Bhagavatam is stated to be here the essence of the Vedas. Like we have 4 Vedas, Rig Veda, initially during the creation only one Veda was given by God. But Sri Vyasa Bhagwan has, for our convenience, split the Vedas into four. Rig Veda, Yajur Veda, Samveda, Other Veda. And after compiling, because all these Vedas are written in Sanskrit, nobody can understand even a word of it. So Vyasa Bhagwan, for the convenience of the people in the Kali Yuga, he made this four Veda. He has written, compiled Mahabharata, which is a complete essence of all the four Vedas. Like that, it is considered as Panchama Veda. Similarly, this Sri Bhagavatam, because this also states all the essence of Vedas and also incarnations of many incarnations of the Supreme God. I cannot say all the incarnations because creation has taken place long ago, many trillions and trillions years ago, crores of years ago. And since then, nobody is aware of all the incarnations. Vedas Bhagwan, who is the incarnation of God himself, has stated that in Bhagavatam he has tried to explain as many as the incarnation God has taken. So, like that, this Srimad Bhagavatam is also an essence of Vedas, whereas Mahabharata is Panchama Veda. This is an essence of Vedas. It is not an imaginary story as it is sometimes considered by the unauthorized man. The atheists, they think that all the Ramayana, Mahabharata, Puranas and this Bhagavatam, they are all just myth. It's a mythological story, but it is never mythology. This Mahabharatam has taken place just 5,250 years ago, and there is all evidence in those like Ashrapura and in Kurukshetra, many places, Dwaraka, many places that all these things have taken place. So we need to have faith in this one. Also this Mahabharata is compiled by Vedas Bhagwan, who was present even before the Pandavas were born, because he is the grandfather of Pandavas and Kauravas. And he was there even when Janamejaya, the last, the son of Parikshit Maharaja, who was crowned as king by Parikshit Maharaja. Because for the crowning ceremony also Vyasa Bhagwan had come. And only on his instructions, Vaishampayana has explained the Mahabharata to Janamejaya. On the earth we have 1 lakh slokas which were recited by Vaishampayana to Janamejaya. So we need to have faith in these books, in these scriptures, because in those days Vedas Bhagwan, who has compiled this Mahabharata, Bhagavatam and Puranas, he has made for the benefit of the people but for not making any money for himself. It was not sold, it was given on the Talapatras, and later it was when the technology advanced, they have published in the books, book form. So this and also Vedas Bhagwan himself is an incarnation of Krishna. So we need to believe in these scriptures. Also in this Mahabharata, in Bhishma Parma, Krishna has sung the Bhagavad Gita to Arjuna, and that is very well explained by Vedas Bhagwan, and subsequently he is always a disciplinary successor. But atheists, they say they are only myth, that we should not go ahead with those notions. It is also called Sukha Samhita, or the Vedic Hyman spoken by Sri Sukadeva Goswami, the liberated great sage. This Sukadeva Goswami is the son of Vyasadeva Bhagwan, and he was there 16 years in the womb of his mother. Unlike us, they are there for only 9 months. And during his before birth, in 16 years in the womb of his mother, Vedas Bhagwan has taught him all the Vedas, Mahabharata, the great epic, 18 Puranas, Upapuranas, as well as this Madhbhavatam, complete Madhbhavatam to him. As soon as he was born, he just made pranam to his parents and he left like that. When he left that place, parents, otherwise Vedas Bhagavan, who is himself an incarnate of God also, he himself just like an ordinary man, tears came out of his eyes that Sukadeva Goswami's son is leaving them and going away. When Vedas Bhagavan moved around those places, the other women who were taking bath in the nearby pond or a river, they felt shy and they were to immediately cover their bodies with clothes. Whereas when this Shukamarshi was going, seeing them also, they never covered their bodies because they knew that Sukadeva Goswami treats everyone equally. He does not make any differentiation between woman and man and other living beings also. Since we have a lot of time, that was the expression for the 7th verse. We shall go into the 8th verse also today. Please repeat with me. I shall go slow. Sa go dohana. Please repeat. Sa go dohana. Matram hi shu gruha medinam. Please say loudly. Avekshate mahabhagas tirthi kurvams tashamam sa godohana matram hi griheshu griham medinam avikaste mahabhagas tirthi kurvamsa tad ashramam sa godohana matram hi griheshu griham avakshate Mahabhaga tirthi kurvam tat ashramam sago dohanamatram hi griheshu grihamaminam avakshate Mahabhaga satirthi kurvam tat ashramam. The word-to-word meaning of this verse is Saha, he, that is Sukadeva Goswami, Godohanamatram, only for the time of milking the cow. He certainly Griheshu, in the house, Grahamedinam, of the householders, Avakshate, waits, Mahabhagaha, the most fortunate, Tirthi, pilgrimage, Kurvan, transforming, Tat Ashramam, the residence. He, the Sukadeva Goswami, was accustomed to stay at the door of a householder only long enough for a cow to be milked. And he did this just to sanctify the residence. See, any sannyasis, this is the thing they have to follow. They have to live on begging. It is not that they have to take charities and live on that upon. And as well as begging also, there is rules and regulations that when they go to each house, they need to stay only that 5 or 10 minutes before the house, which is the time required for milking a cow. Once if he gets it, if you get in the begging, if he gets something, okay. Even if otherwise, he should just go to the next door. Like that, he has to pass only to the 5 houses. Beyond 5 houses, a sannyasi cannot beg. That is the Shastra says. So, whatever he gets out of that, he will be getting only grains during the begging. In the earlier days, they never used to give the cooked food. They used to give rice, grains, pulses, sarals, everything in the form of grains. They used to get that one, make the prasadam, offer it to the God, then take. By giving to the devotees, sharing to the devotees, they used to have. For any reason, out of the 5 houses, in the begging, they did not get anything. On that day, they used to fast complete the day. They never used to take any food, otherwise excepting for water. The Sukadeva Swami followed the same procedure during his living. He used to go and beg at each residence. And also this means that the time when he stays there, whether they give him, while begging, whether they give or don't give, the time when he stands before their house, in front of their house, he sanctifies that house. He purifies the house. Like that, he used to do. Sukadeva Goswami met the Emperor Parikshit and explained the text of Srimad Bhagavatam. This Parikshit Maharaja was cursed by the Shungi, the son of a sage, because Parikshit Maharaja, while going for hunting, out of thirst, he went to the ashrama when the sage was meditating, and he did not see the king and did not give respect, because as he did not know, due to his deep meditation, the king got angry and put a dead snake which was just lying there in the neck of the sage and went away. It is angry. This Shringi, he was just about 8 to 10 years old. He was playing with his friends away. But at that age also he was very powerful, because he was meditating and learning so many things from his father, his spiritual master. So seeing somebody has put a dead snake around the neck of his father, without thinking who has done that one, he has cursed the king, he has killed the person, saying that whoever put that dead snake in his father's, he will die out of snake bite within 7 days. As soon as he cursed his father, he will open his eyes and he will see what has happened. Then when he came to know that dead snake was put, with his divine vision, he finds it out that it was Parikshit Maharaj. Then he says, tells to his son, "Oh son, you have made a great mistake. It was Parikshit Maharaja who had come over here because of his thirsty for the need of water, and since he could not get water out of anger is done, for that one he should not give such a big punishment. But otherwise, since it cannot be withdrawn, once the curse is given, it never can be withdrawn. So he advised his son and his other co-friend to go and inform the message to Parikshit Maharaja, so that he would take care of himself during these 7 days. Like that, when the king comes to know about this curse, he crowns his son Janamejaya as the son, and he goes out of the city on single pillar constructed place. He, along with some of ministers, will be thinking about what to do. At that particular time, Sukadeva Goswami visits this Parikshit Maharaja. He was not accustomed to stay at any householder residence for more than half an hour at the time of milking the cow. And he would just take alms from the fortunate householder. That was the regulation which was followed by the Sukadeva Goswami. That was to sanctify the residence of the auspicious presence. Therefore, Sukadeva Goswami is an ideal preacher established in the transcendental position. From these activities, those who are in the round order of life and dedicated to the mission of preaching the message of Godhead should learn that they have no business with householders, save and except to enlighten them in transcendental knowledge. Such asking for alms from the householder should be for the purpose of sanctifying his home. One who is in the renounced order of life should not be allured by the glamour of the householder's worldly questions and thus become subservient to the worldly men. For one who is in the renounced order of life, this is much more than dangerous than drinking poison and committing suicide. This was the rules and regulations all the sages and sannyasis they followed previously. But in nowadays, the sannyasis also they live by begging. But how means out of charity, when they get the charity, out of that, they disciples, they procure the food grains and everything, they cook the prasadam, offer to God, and when it is ready, their acharya, they come and begs before the householder, that Sishyas, disciples, they themselves offer this thing. Like that it's happening in these days. But otherwise, previously, they used to strictly follow this which is mentioned in the Shastras. And similarly, Sukadeva Swami, who was in the renounced order from the birth itself, he followed the same regulation. Because for the person in the renounced order of life, this is most, if they stay for a long time in any one place, or they do on their own the prasadam by taking some charities, that is like drinking poison and committing a suicide. Now it's the 9th verse. Please repeat with me 3 times. Abhimanyu sutam suta prahu bhagavottamam tasya janma mahasaryam karmani chagrinti naha. Abhimanyu sutam suta prahu bhagavottamam tasya janma mahasaryam karmani chagrinti naha. Abhimanyu sutam suta prahu bhagavottamam tasya janma mahasaryam karmani chagrinti naha. Abhimanyu sutam suta prahu bhagavottamam tasya janma mahasaryam karmani chagrinti naha. The word-to-word meaning of this verse is Abhimanyu Sutam, the son of Abhimanyu. Parikshit Maharaja is the son of Abhimanyu. Abhimanyu is the son of Arjuna, and this Parikshit is son of Uttara. Just before Abhimanyu died, Uttara was pregnant, and when Ashwamedha tried to kill this child in the womb of Uttara by aiming a Brahmastra, Krishna, Supreme God, who was present over there, he himself has protected the child in the womb of the Uttara. And he also named him as Parikshita because he was protected by Krishna himself. For that reason he said Parikshita. And it is said this Maharaja Parikshit is a great first class devotee. The reason is Krishna, after protecting him, he was the devotee of God himself even before taking the birth. And that his birth and activities are wonderful. Please tell us about these sages are asking their spiritual master Sudha Maharshi. The birth of Parikshit Maharaja is wonderful because in the womb of his mother he was protected by the personality of Godhead Sri Krishna. His activities were also wonderful. At the end of the Kurukshetra war, in the 18 Akshoniya army, 11 on Kaurava side and 7 on Pandava side. Totally 18,000 Akshoni Sainya. And each of the total army size is some 66 lakhs. But otherwise, the people in the war who were killed was 4 crores 60 lakhs people. And you can count out of 4 lakhs 60,000, 4 crores 60 lakhs. 4 crores 60 lakhs, you can count on fingers who were living. 5 Pandavas, Krishna's cousin Satyaki, Krutavarma, Krupacharya, Ashwatthama, Yudhu. Only 11 people were surviving. All the 4 crores 60 lakhs were dead. Such big battle was there, and this battle was only for 18 days. In 18 days, such a big, huge people, they were killed. See, if you go through the complete story, this Duryodhana and his brothers, 100 brothers, totally 100 brothers, they were the evil people. Because of them, so many were killed. That you understand. But otherwise, it's a reverse. Pandavas were good, they were following the Dharma path, and Duryodhana and his brothers, they were following the Adharma path. But again, like Pandavas, they are the incarnation, amshas of different devatas like Indra. Arjuna himself is Narayana. He is out of Narayana, he is the Nara. He is the incarnation of Krishna himself. And Narayana is the incarnation of Krishna himself again. Other this Yamadharmaraja is the Duryodhana, Yudhishthira Dharmaraja, Vayudeva is Bhima, Nakula Sahadeva are Ashwin Kumaras, Ashwin Devata's sons. So like that they are incarnation of these Devatas. Whereas Duryodhana and his brothers, again Duryodhana is nothing but Kalipurusha. Kalipurusha is also Devata. Now Kali Yuga is going on. Kalipurusha, Duryodhana is itself the Kalipurusha for us. And he has incarnated as Duryodhana and Rakshasas. Like in human society we have so many backward class, scheduled tribe, like that Rakshasas also one of the sector of people, living people. So 99 Rakshasas have taken birth as his 99 brothers of Duryodhana. And Dwapara Purusha was the Shakuni. So these people were made to follow Adharma by Krishna himself. Why means? Because they, to be in the order to kill the other evil people. These 4 crore 60 lakh people, they were not good people. Again in that one, Abhimanyu, Drona, some people, the other Devatas, they have also taken their birth from Abhimanyu was the incarnation of one of the amshas of the moon, Somadeva. All these people, they have taken their birth to help Krishna to kill these 4 crore 60 lakh people. The birth of Parikshit is wonderful because his in the womb of mother he was protected by the personality of God and Krishna. His activities are also wonderful because he chastised Kali, who was attempting to kill a cow. During when he was a king, when he was going for a hunting, he saw a person who was making lot of injuries and harming a cow. At that time he chastised that this thing, it was nothing but Kalipurusha, who was attempting to kill the cow. To kill cow means to end human civilization. To end human civilization. He wanted to protect the cow from being killed by the great representative of sin. His death is also wonderful because he got previous notice of his death, which is wonderful for mortal being. As told earlier, this Parikshit Maharaja, he was cursed by a sage son, Shungi, for putting a dead snake in the neck of his father. He was cursed that king, whoever put this dead snake in his father's neck, he would die in 7 days. Since it was Parikshit Maharaja, as he came to know about his death, he prepared himself for passing away, the sitting down on the bank of Ganges. He made his son Janamejaya as the king of the after him, and he left to the banks of the Ganga Nadi. There on the banks of Ganga Nadi, immediately a big tall building was constructed on a single pillar without any other this thing, and only one entrance where he and along his associate ministers were there, and Sukadeva Goswami also, when he arrived over there, he has met Parikshit Maharaja to narrate the Srimad Bhagavatam to Parikshit Maharaja. His death is also wonderful because he got the previous notice of death, which is wonderful for any mortal being. And thus he prepared himself for passing away by sitting down on the banks of Ganges and hearing the transcendental activities of the Lord. During all the days, he heard Bhagavatam. Both the speaker, Sukadeva Swami, and the listener, Parikshit Maharaja, along with associates who were out there, they never took any food or drink, or neither they sleep. That means this Bhagavatam was narrated to Parikshit Maharaja by Sukadeva Swami 24 hours into 7 days, without any food and sleep. So everything about him is wonderful. His birth was also wonderful, and his death was also, the end of his life was also wonderful. And his activities are worth hearing attentively. Because Dharmaraja or Yudhishthira, after the Kurukshetra war, he ruled the entire earth as an emperor for 36 years in a dharma path, in a righteous path. Whereas this Parikshit Maharaja, after Yudhishthira left the kingdom, the entire earth to Parikshit, he ruled for 60 years and he was better ruler than Yudhishthira. He was better ruler than Yudhishthira. So, like that, the entire living of Parikshit Maharaja, his birth, during his 60 years as the king as the emperor, and as well as at the end of the death, his wonderful activities just before the death were all very wonderful. So everything about him is wonderful and his activities are worth hearing. Desire is expressed hearing to hear about him in detail. The sages in this Naimisharanya, they wanted to hear his entire narration from their spiritual master Sudha Goswami. For today, we shall disperse with these narrations, and for some time we shall chant Hare Krishna Mahamantra. Now it is 9 o'clock till 9:05, 5 minutes, any number of times. I will not count what is the number of times. We shall chant Hare Krishna Mahamantra. Please, along with me, tell loudly. Jai Sri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Sri Advaita Gadadhara Sri Vasa Gaura Bhakta Vrinda. Please tell loudly. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Loudly please. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare. I think we have chanted around 108 times, because as per the time I can tell that it should be 108 times, one round of chanting. See, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, the incarnation of Krishna himself as a devotee during this Kali Yuga, about 600 years ago, he has instructed us to chant Krishna's name for 64 rounds. 64 rounds. So initially, during beginning, you might take 15 minutes for one round, but otherwise hardly takes 6 to 10 minutes for chanting 108 this thing. And if it is convenient, you hold the chanting bead and do. Otherwise, at least at home you on chanting bead, you chant Hare Krishna Mahamantra one round. Subsequently, even without chanting bead, as we have done now without chanting bead, you can chant Hare Krishna Mahamantra any number of times. If you do not hold chanting bead, and throughout the day, while working, while having the food, while bathing, like that, if you do chant Hare Krishna Mahamantra, just remembering it can be more than 64 rounds also. It is possible. Because for us, it is time. Time is not the most important thing. Because most of you are either working people or going to colleges or going to your business place and things. So you need to go to your offices punctually. So otherwise they will fire you from the services. For that reason, you may not be able to sit for a long time at home or in the temple. So while driving a two-wheeler or four-wheeler or going by bus, at that time also, if it is possible, chant loudly. Otherwise, in mind itself, you chant. For what reason we need to chant? Can anyone of you tell why we need to chant Hare Krishna Mahamantra? There are so many mantras are there. Ashtakshi Mahamantra, Dwadakshi Mahamantra, and so many mantras are there, but those are regulated. We need to do the meditation only following those regulations. Like Ashtakshi Mahamantra, early hours at Brahmi Murta time, around 3:30 morning, you need to have your bath and chant that one even before taking water. But many people, they have another habit. I don't say you people, many people they say take bed tea or bed coffee with some biscuits or something. So without that one they can't wake up also. So for them it will be a problem. So, and not only that, even for others also, or they might wake up, brush and think, until unless they have coffee or tea, they don't go for bath. Like that. For these reasons, those auspicious mantras cannot be chanted, meditated upon. So, Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu, what is given this Hare Krishna Mahamantra, this is also a Mahamantra. This is given by Krishna himself, because Chaitanya Prabhu is the incarnation of Krishna. He has given this Mahamantra without any regulations. You can chant anytime, anywhere, any place, throughout the life. 24 hours, 7 days into your lifetime. And because lifetime, nobody can predict. 100 years is the lifetime for a normal human being in this Kali Yuga. But otherwise, some people, most of them, they die even before attaining 100 years. It can be any age. So, why we need to remember, chant this mantra? Can you tell me? Can you tell me? No, none of you. Because this remembering Krishna, it's a way of remembering Krishna, because in the Antakala, at the end of our life, we have to remember Krishna. Whether it is the Krishna or your Rama, Narasimha, whatever name you would like, desire. Srinivasa, Tirupati Balaji, you can remember any of these names at the end of the life. To remember the God, that is the essential. Because we have many goals. But our ultimate goal is remembering God. Remember Supreme God in whatever name you desire. Only Supreme God. I am not again saying Devatas. If you remember Devatas, if you remember Shiva, you will go to Kailasa. If you remember Brahma, you will go to Brahmaloka. If you remember the Devendra, you go to Devendraloka. And that is the reason I am telling you Supreme God. In the form of Varaha, Narsingha, Rama, Krishna, Srinivasa, all those things. Any of his thousands of names are there. When you remember that one, you will get moksha. What is moksha? You will not take another birth. Because already we have taken lakhs and lakhs of births before this human birth. And that lakhs and lakhs of births we do not know. There are 84 lakhs different living beings. I am not telling the population. It is different living beings right from ant to Chaturmukha Brahma. Chaturmukha Brahma is also a living being like us. He is also having lifetime of 100 years, but his 100 years life is different. It is very long. Our 4 yugas, Satya Yuga, Treta Yuga, Dwapara, Chatur Yuga, this makes 43 lakhs 20,000 years into 1,000, makes 1 day for Brahma. Similar time makes 1 night for him. During his time, all the creations are there. Krishna will never sleep. We do Vibhavari Seva, Suprabhatam in the early morning 3:30 and again Ekansava in the night. But he never sleeps or he will never wake up because why? Not only Krishna, even Devatas, they don't have eyelids. What we have? We have eyelids, we close eyelids and sleep. Whereas they don't have eyelids to close and sleep. And otherwise also, even for a fraction of second, if Krishna sleeps, the entire creation is annihilated. So he cannot sleep at all. So what Suprabhatam we are doing is, it is not just waking him up. We are praying to him, oh Krishna, sun is rising now, let me have my day happily with all my desires fulfilled. That is the prayer you are making to him. And at the end, in the night, when you finish off everything and you go to sleep, at that time Ekanta Seva is also done to the God. At that time again you are making a prayer. Oh God, you have given me a good day, whether you are successful or unsuccessful. Even you have come across bad things also, you should never say, it was bad for me. Whatever has happened, it is happened for your good only. Whatever has happened is happened for good only. Say, oh God, my day was good. I express my gratitude to you. Like that you need to tell. Whether some desire must have been unsuccessful, but the entire day you are taking oxygen, what is given by him, it is free. If you go to hospital, they charge lakh of rupees. The fire, food, everything he is giving. And food also, you please don't never waste. If you have habit of wasting, do not waste. Why? By taking the food, what you are getting? What you are getting by taking the food? By taking the food, you are getting energy, strength. You are able to do all your activities. One day you miss lunch or breakfast or dinner, rats will be running in the stomach, you will be dancing, and you don't have anything, you just fall down. There is one moral story. It's a moral story. This again, it's not a real story. All these people who means not outside people, in the body, in our body, eyes, hands, legs, they all come together. They hold a meeting. They say, see, we are working very hard. We are consuming, we are making the mouth to eat, and the stomach is just, it's getting, that belly is, it is not doing any work. Just belly is getting fully filled up and it's enjoying. Whereas we are working hard. Hands say, I am working hard. Legs, I am walking a lot. Like that, they say we are doing. So we go on strike, indefinite strike. We will not do any work. So hands will not work. Just sitting idle. Eyes will not see, ears will not hear. Nothing. When they are doing, after, that means what happens? They don't take food. Hands are not working, they don't take food, they don't feed the stomach. So when that, what happens? They fall down. When they fall down, they all realize, Arey, we have done a great mistake. We are working because, and when we are feeding the stomach is doing more than us. The work done by stomach is more than us. It is digesting and giving us strength. It is digesting all the food what we are giving, and it is giving the strength to the entire body. For that reason we are able to work. So, like that, whatever food we take, we should take only satvika ahara, but we need to take in a limited way. You should not overeat, because in the stomach, 60% should be in our body, total body 60% should be liquid form. What is in liquid form? Blood. Blood is there in a liquid form. Again the skin, it is earth. So liquid form. So 60% should be liquid. That means whatever food you take, it should be in the form of soup, food, soft drinks, buttermilk, milk, like this. And 20% solids. Solids like direct fruits or rice, rasam, sambar, all the soft foods. Like that you need to take. And 20% you need to keep vacant. But otherwise what we do generally today, so many things have come up. We taste pizzas, burgers, we feel, I should take one more. It's not 60%, and we forget those things. We don't remember at all. We start eating pizza, burgers, it will be more than 200%, not even 100. It will be more than 200%. Immediately either we lose motions or vomiting will happen, or get admitted to hospital, such thing will happen. Or indirectly, in a long run, it will give the bad effects. So for that reason, you need to maintain 60% liquid, 20% solids, 20% vacant. That should be the habit. Like that you have to maintain. And you should never waste any food, because not only it is giving you energy, it is required by everybody. Instead of serving the entire thing, if you leave something, if some guest comes or some beggar comes, you can share it to them. There is nothing wrong. That is a good thing what you are doing. And you have to follow a dharma in your life. You earn crores of rupees, but all the crores of rupees should come through dharma following dharma only, not illegally by looting somebody. You have to follow satvika qualities, so that you will be in the righteous way. And whatever, why you have to glorify Krishna is, at the end I told you have to remember Krishna. If you remember Krishna, we will be out of this life cycle. January to December, again January repeats. Like that, our birth also repeats. We do not know what type of life we are going to take. So, to escape from these sufferings, whatever sufferings or happiness you are getting, both are temporary. Like life cycle, suffering and happiness also is changing one after the other. You don't have happiness throughout your life, you don't have sufferings throughout life. Everything will be there. A person may be very rich. There are so many people like Ambani, Adani, so many people know they are very rich. But it's not that they are happy in their this thing. Either they or their parents or their spouse, their children, somebody must be having some disease, or they themselves. Nowadays, everybody are having diabetes and BP. They can't take food with salt, more salt, and they take diabetic means very limited food. They can't take fruits also. They can't take any sweet. Like that, it happens. So that means happiness and sufferings are going together. Not only one after the other, they are also going together. So, like that, you need to maintain. Before birth, we remember all our births in the womb of our mother, right from 5 months pregnancy of the mother till the delivery. We remember all the births, lakhs of births what we have taken. And we also see Supreme God directly. But once we are delivered, attracted to the nature, we forget everything. We forget everything, we don't remember anything. At that time, God has given us 4 to 5 months, remembering our earlier births and this one. While leaving, that just 2 or 3 seconds time will give. Whatever you remember, that type of birth you are going to take in the next this thing. For that reason, our ultimate goal should be to remember Krishna, so that we will escape from this life cycle and get moksha. Again, moksha means our Atma will never merge with Krishna's Atma. His Atma, like we are here separate, everyone are separate here, individuals. Similarly, we will be separate individuals there also in Goloka Vrindavana or any of the Vaikunthas in the Akilkota Brahmanda. So, there we will be having the same form as Krishna is having four shoulders, and we will be having similar look. But will be his servant. We will be doing all his sevas. Because in the Akila Kota Brahmanda, there are so many universes are there, so many planets are there. And in every planet there are living beings are there. Everywhere service is required. So Krishna might give us any devotional service in those places. Like that. But otherwise we will not take any other births like animals, birds, trees. Trees are also living beings. We don't take anything. Like that we have to live. And while in our during lifetime, you need to glorify God. How? One is when you go home, your old age parents will be there, grandparents will be there. Tell about the God. Because they may not be knowing, or if they know also, because of age they may not remember. So many problems will be there. Out of some physical handicapness, disease, or so many mental problems, everything will be there. So they may not remember. So please glorify to elder parents. Also train the children right from 3 years when they say Ma, Baap, Nana, Appa, Amma, sab bolte na. Usi samay say you train them Krishna, Krishna, so that because we do not know when our life is going to end. You cannot say that I am still very young. Oh, if I have to die, I have to become old age, then only I will die. So I can take care of Krishna, remember Krishna at that time. But at that time we do not know in what position we will be there. Whether we will be in the bed, paralytic condition, or we will be in coma, we do not know. For that reason, we need to remember Krishna right from childhood. So train the child. Also, you speak about Krishna to your neighbors, to your colony people. What I am doing here in this thing, it's not necessary that you should sit here and only preach. In your colony also you can sit anywhere in the community park or in somebody's house. you can discuss about it. Like that, instead of discussing some gossip, you discuss about the glorification of God. Like that. And do not harm anyone. I am telling anyone means any living being, not only just human beings, any living beings you do not harm. If you commit any harm or hurt to the other living beings also, that is a sin. Because of that sin, you will have to take another birth. And whatever you have done, earlier you have done, that cannot be wiped out by us. That cannot be wiped out by us. But what you can do is, when you surrender with full faith to God, Krishna, in Bhagavad Gita, 18th chapter, 66 sloka, he said, Sarva Dharman Parityajya. In that sloka, he said, you forget all rituals. You forget all rituals, just with full faith, surrender to me. You do your actions. You follow Dharma, you do your actions. I will take care of you. In this life, in this Ihaloka, you will take care of us. And as well as at the end of life, He will remove all the sins we have committed in all the births, including this birth. Including all the sins He will remove, and He will make us qualified for moksha. That is what He has told in that Bhagavad Gita, 18th chapter, 66th verse. You can go through that verse. So, while also associating such Bhagavatam discourse or Mahabharata, Ramana discourses, so that you will know more and more. Because it's not just line-to-line meaning we can understand by reading. There are also hidden meanings will be there that need to be explained only in person. And also God is seen in the form of earlier days in Goloka Vrindavana and Vaikunta. He is known as Paravasudeva. Those forms we can never see. Only if we get moksha, when we go there we can see. Otherwise we can't see. And we can't see this Vibhavavataras which has taken place. Vibhavavataras is Rama, Krishna, Vamana, Narasimha, all those things. Those things we can't see. It's a pastime event. In Kali Yuga, He is available in 4 or 5 forms. One is in Dhvani form. What I am telling, Krishna I am telling, you are listening. In Dhvani form He is present. And He is in the form of scripture, Bhagavatam, Mahabharata, there also Krishna. Whatever you read, Krishna is there. Because in Mahabharata, Bhishma Parva, on the first day of the war, Krishna has imparted Bhagavad Gita knowledge to Arjuna. He has sung this thing. That is the reason Bhagavad Gita name has come. Gita means song, Bhagavad means Krishna himself. So Bhagavad Gita is like that. So he has sung that. In Mahabharata also Krishna is there, in Bhagavatam also Krishna is there. So in scriptures. The other one is in the form of Archa Vigraha, deity form. This is not idol, this is a deity form. Here also is the form of Archa Vigraha is there. Like that he is available in all these forms. So like that you can see. And how you know that God is in this form? Because it is mentioned in Bhagavatam, Mahabharata, Krishna had 4 hands, he was black, all those details are given. Out of those details only these deities are made. And deities here it's not idols, because they are installed here by chanting auspicious mantras. While fixing there, installing, it was taking place by reciting auspicious mantras. So it is equal to God, and God is also Sarvavyapi, Vishnu, we say. Vishnu means, again Krishna, Vishnu, Narayana, everything is same. Vishnu means Sarvavyapi. That's the reason he is known as Vishnu. Narayana means human being. Ayana means dependent. Human being on whom he is dependent is dependent of Krishna. That is Narayana. That's the reason he is called as Narayana. So it's only we pronounce different names, but everything relates to only Krishna himself. So like that, you have to remember Krishna at the end of our lives. That comes only when you practice. Go on practicing. So while what's happening, you are glorifying your parents, you are also talking to your spouse, children, and outside in the colony. When you do that one, it's not only Hare Krishna mantra you are meditating, you are also remembering Krishna in different ways. You are also benefited. It's not just others are benefited. By your preaching, others also benefited. You are also benefited by memorizing that one without any hard. If you just go keep the Bhagavatam and read 10 times, 100 times, that will not help you. Without understanding, that will not help you, and you need not by heart it. You can see and tell. I am seeing and telling you. So, that seeing and telling also is not a problem. Like that, you need to practice. Solely practice. Okay? Today we shall disperse for today. We shall just glorify the Lord and live. Swasti prabhya prayantyam nyayena margena mehin mehishaha govardhavastu nityam samasta loka sukhino bhavantu kayena vacha manasendrivya buddhyatpate swabhavan karomi yedyat parsmai नारायण सर्पयामी श्रीमन्नारायण सर्वं श्री कृष्णार्पणमस्तु मंगलम 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 नित्य हृदय मंगलम जय श्री राधा विश्वनाथ की जय श्री जगन्नाथ बलदेव सुभद्रा माई की जय श्री नरसिंह भगवान की लाउडली प्लीज जय श्री नरसिंह भगवान की जय श्री प्रहलाद महाराज की जय श्री चरण महाप्रभु की जय श्री पंचतत्वा की जय श्री मद्भागवतम ग्रंथ की जय श्री हरिकृष्ण महामंत्र की जय श्री प्रभुपाद की Hare Krishna. We shall meet for Bhagavatam next week from Tuesday to Friday, same time. Mahabharata on Tuesdays and Wednesdays in the evening in Hindi, and Ramayana on Thursdays in the evening. Hare Krishna.